Shalom, Salakia. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Allah Habakoyu, Shalom Yasha'Allah. Peace to the elect of Israel. Started with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, which consists of the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, and you Israelite foreigners, right? You Israelites who look like the other nations, right? As of the elect. Shalom to all of them. Before we get started with this lesson, we're going to face the east, and let's give the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash, NAWA, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you, sincere Akim, that's laboring in the works. And shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa which be you brothers and few of my sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth. Adawan Ratazah, this lesson is edifying, plain upon the tables, straight to the point. I'm your brother Malkaya, out here in Pasadena, Texas, representing warriors for YAHAWASHI, Pasadena, Texas branch. So today's topic is pretty much going to go into this migrant border crisis that's going on, which eventually is going to lead to like civil war, and a response to how there's about to be apparently, you know, I think by March 1st, this upcoming Friday, March 1st, 2024, that word is going around how that it's supposed to be a government shutdown. Okay, so it's going to be a response to like 2 different videos. Let's get straight to the point with it. Let's get that right quick. All right, so check this out.
Fox News alert happening right now. San Diego County is now mass releasing migrants onto the streets. Sources tell Fox News the city shelter simply ran out of funding. Bill Melugin is live in San Diego right now with the latest. Bill.
Emily, we just had bus number 5 pull up and mass release more illegal immigrants here on the streets of San Diego. This is the new group that just got off. We have had well over 300 people mass released here in the last hour and a half. Rich, let's walk this way real quick. We'll show the 2 separate groups. It's a lot of women, some men in this group. A lot of these guys over here are from Africa and from Guyana in South America. What's happening is NGO buses then come pick them up and take them to the airport and other transit centers. And you can see over here, some of them are calling taxi cabs themselves and loading into taxi cabs and then driving off. We've seen this happen multiple times. We've been talking to people from all around the world out here: China, Dominican Republic, Africa, Colombia, Peru, you name it. We've probably heard it at this point. They're going to all different sanctuary cities around the country. We're hearing a lot of New York, a lot of Chicago, some New Jersey. Take a listen to what some of the migrants told us earlier.
Bill, I think we just lost audio on what they said to you earlier. Can you describe what some of those comments that they made to you earlier?
Yeah, so we talked to different guys: Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Senegal. Essentially, most of them were telling me they're here to work and they're going to different blue sanctuary cities. I asked one guy, "Are you here to work?" And he nodded his head and goes, "Yeah, no, I'm not." I said, "What, asylum?" He goes, "Yes, asylum." So think of that what you will. But just take a look. This is the buses picking these folks up. They cannot keep up. There's just bus after bus after bus from Border Patrol mass releasing these people to the streets of San Diego County. And again, they are planning to go all over the United States. An NGO bus will come scoop them up. And these volunteers out here tell them,
Hey, Shalom, Aki, Barakatam to you and your brothers out there. Malak Amawan, service of Yahawah Yahawashi, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. All right, so you heard there, man, right? You got these migrants that's being transported, you know, all over America, man. Okay, and a lot of these migrants are, you know, most of them especially the northern kingdoms that's coming over here, because it's a lot of northern kingdom Israelites that's coming over here, men, women, children, young, old. A lot of them are coming here to be judged by YAHAWASHI, and then you have some of the elect within that group that's coming over here too. Okay, all right, and a lot of these heathens, a lot of these individuals, let's say the men that's coming over here, a lot of them have military. Yeah, a lot of them have like military backgrounds. They used to do private security. They were once like in some kind of special forces, in the military and etc. Okay, and a lot of these migrants, they're going to be the United Nations soldiers, those EU troops, telling you Americans what to do. All right, martial law. Right, when this place finally collapsed, when this society collapsed, okay, you're going to have non-Americans, I guess you could say, telling Americans what to do. And that's going to lead to what? Civil war. Sedition among men. Okay. So I'm going to play another video that I got for y'all. Let me put a shoulder right quick. About this government shutdown. And it's interesting how this dude right here, who you see on the screen, was it Jacob Rothschild, right? One of like the heads of the Rothschild family was judged by YAHAWASHI. Then you got this government shutdown that's supposed to take place March 1st. Lord willing, if not, then sooner, or sometime after. And you just got this the migrants that's coming over here in great numbers are causing problems. They're actually not regarding the kings and princes that's here. Okay. And then let's see. Let me get to that video very quick. History. Let me get that very quick for y'all. This one right here.
Is what is going to happen over the next 5 days. And this is going to cause a lot of heartbreak for millions and millions of people. One thing that I can tell you right now is that the federal government would shut down at 12:01 on Saturday morning. This is if Congress down at 12:01 on now is that the federal government would shut down at 12:01 on Saturday morning. The federal government would shut down at 12:01 on Saturday morning. This is if Congress cannot come together, pass some legislation to keep the federal government open here in the United States. But here's the big concern. If the federal government does shut down, we could see food stamps get hit. WIC for women, infant, and children would get hit. Affordable housing vouchers would be in danger. This means millions and millions of families could be kicked out of their apartments. This is the concern right now. And this is why I bring this to your attention, because we only have 5 days to fix this massive problem. So let's break this down in today's video. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So here's where things are at. Democrats are warning of a potential government shutdown, even though President Biden is calling a meeting with lawmakers. President Biden is calling this meeting. It is for tomorrow. On Tuesday, lawmakers such as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, there'll be Hakeem Jeffries from the House. There'll be Speaker Johnson, also from the House. We are going to get even Mitch McConnell there as well. So these 5 people, including President Biden, are going to sit down and discuss how can they keep the federal government open. Well, here's the thing. They are struggling, and here's why. They can't come to agreement because many lawmakers are putting poison pills into this legislation. I want to show you something, okay? I want to read you what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and what Speaker Mike Johnson have both had to say over the past couple of days. Look at this. So this first one is from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. He said this yesterday, and he said that the lawmakers hope to have legislation ready this weekend.
All right. Now, I got both of the links in the description box, so you're more than welcome to click on it, and it'll take you directly to, to either one you click on. But we're going to just jump straight into the scriptures again. The scripture speaks for itself. Whatever the scriptures that the Spirit had me write down. Pretty much scripture that goes into how like America is going to be invaded by a lot of like migrants and etc. How these same migrants that's coming over here are going to be doing like some cartel type torture mentions to be proud as Americans, especially Israelites that's here. Men, women, children, young, old. A lot of these migrants are going to rape a lot of Israelites, men, women. Yes, I said it. Men, women, children, young, old. They're going to be torturing y'all. How they're going to deal with y'all very, gruesome. And how this could also lead to civil war. We're already seeing that spirit of sedition among men. The people not regarding the kings and princes, especially these migrants that's here. All right, so Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 14, in the KJV, the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI of hosts, right, of armies, because the Lord is a man of war, right? The Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI of hosts, has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men. Fill who with men? This unwalled village, America, Babylon the Great, with fighting age men, migrants, let's say non-citizens, non-U.S. citizens, with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall fill up, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. Okay, like for example, right? You got a lot of people from different nations that's coming over here, man. You even got northern kingdoms that's coming over here, right? The 12 tribes that's not from America, that wasn't born here. A lot of them are coming over here. A lot of them are going to die. Some of them are going to be saved. Okay. You got actual heathens, actual Gentiles, right? Non-Hebrew Israelite nation that's coming over here too. Okay, and a lot of them are going to play that role of being UN soldiers. Okay, for martial law, for example. So we're going to get this though in the Good News translation, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so the Good News translation for Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 14. The Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Almighty, has sworn by his own life that he will bring many men, fighting age men, these migrants, these men that's coming over here, we will bring many men to attack Babylonia, to attack you Americans, you proud Americans, you Edomites, so-called white people that's here, the actual heathens. That's I guess you could say you're you're just like an American. Your own people look at you like an American because you're from here. You act like these niggas to attack Babylonia, especially the Israelites that's here. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians, men, women, children, young, old, that was born here in America, that's proud as hell. YAHAWASHI is going to let all these heathen nations, these non-U.S. citizens, get down and dirty on y'all, man. Okay? Shalom to the brother Yawana out there, 34Y, Michigan. Shalom, YAHAWASHI. Hopefully you brothers are doing okay today. Fighting a good fight of faith. Oh shit, my bad. The Lord Almighty YAHAWAH, the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI Almighty has sworn by his own life that he will bring many men to attack Babylonia. So these non-U.S. citizens, these migrants, to attack you proud as Americans like a swarm of locusts, and they will shout with victory. They're going to be shouting victory and enjoying that they are finally getting their way with you Americans, especially you women that's here. You proud ass Israelite women here. Oh, you about to get done with. You proud ass Israelite women. Started with the Israelite woman that's in this truth, with your hair wrapped. You got the apparel of a daughter of Zion, a daughter of Sarah, but you still behaving like a fucking Keisha. And you proud as no Israelite men that's here too, because these heathens, believe it or not, these heathens, they have a thing with let's say emasculating other men, whether it's by cutting, removing their actual reproductive system, their cutting, removing their rod, their testicles, and also raping them. A lot of you Israelite men about to get raped out here. A lot of you Edomite men about to get raped out here. You so-called men about to get raped by these damn troops. You women too. Okay? Alright. So we're going to go back here very quick. We're going to move on to the next scripture. We're going to get a precept on an example on how these heathens going to deal with you Americans, man. Ezekiel chapter 23. We start at 23 to 26, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so the book of Ezekiel, chapter 23, verse 23, and we're going to go down to 26. KJV and the GNT, if I'm not mistaken. And it reads here, the Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pakol and Shol and Kol, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them, right? All of them desirable young men, fighting age men, right? Captains and rulers, great lords and renown, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, all of them riding upon horses. Okay, and they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. So when these migrants are finally, we see these troops, these burglar troops, martial law troops, right? They're going to be these military vehicles, military gear with their helmets, their weapons and everything. All right, getting down and dirty on you Americans, man. You especially you proud, rebellious as Israelites. Okay. Let's see, verse 25. And I will set my jealousy against thee. Right, 2/3 for example. And they shall deal, right? These migrants shall deal furiously with thee. They shall take away thy nose, meaning cut your fucking nose off, man. Cutting your ass up, torturing you. And thy ears, cutting your shit off, man. Your ears, your nose, cartel style. And thy remnant shall fall by the sword. So for an example, let's see, shall fall by the sword. Yeah, they're gonna shoot you. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna get down and dirty with you. 2/3, man. And of course, the other people of other nations that's born here in America, especially you proud as Edomites, they shall take thy sons and daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by fire. Now, when you read, so like it's get 26 now. They, right, these migrants, these sleeper cell agents and etc., these non-U.S. citizens, I guess you could say, they shall also strip thee of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. So, right, so think about 2nd Esdras chapter 16, like around the 70s verses, like 71, around somewhere, where it goes into how there's a great burning wrath, a great multitude of burning wrath, right? It's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord YAHAWASHI, a violent uprising, okay, against the believers, the sincere believers of YAHAWASHI, okay. But then what it says? What? Then shall my chosen, shall my elect be known? Just paraphrasing. But we're gonna get this in a Good News translation. Oh, Salaki, I didn't even know I wasn't sharing my screen. My bad. Salaki, I'm gonna read it again. I want to make sure y'all get to see what I'm reading. Right, Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 23. The Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pakol and Shol and Kol, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, fighting age men, right? All these men you see coming over to America, a lot of them are desirable young men, right? A lot of them are captains and rulers, great lords and renown, all of them riding upon horses. And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people, right? Think of martial law, for an example, these EU troops, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. They're about to get down and dirty upon you, proud ass Americans. And I will set my jealousy against thee, and they shall deal furiously with thee. They shall take away thy nose and thy eyes and thy ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword. They shall take thy sons and thy daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by the fire. They shall also strip thee out of thy clothes and take away thy fair jewels. So we're going to get this in the Good News Translation. Check this out. Ezekiel chapter 23, 26. So the Good News Translation. I will bring all the Babylonians and Chaldeans, men from Pekol, Shol, and Kol, and all the Assyrians. So think of like all these migrants, people of other nations that's coming over here, right? The young, desirable men of these nations. Even got women that's coming from these other nations. A lot of them are probably speckled birds. All right, men, women, children. They either gonna die here or they part of the elect. Either or. All right. Coming from the north, coming from all other nations, man. I will gather all those handsome young noble men and officers, and all those important officials and high-ranking cavalry officers. They will attack you from the north, attack you proud-ass Americans, bringing a large army with chariots and supply wagons. And we already seen that. We're seeing a lot of what they call it, EU vehicles. From the last time I remember, a lot of these vehicles are I think they're all white. You know, they got strikers, they got different types of military vehicles, and they're white and I think black label, and actually say EU on it. Let's see. Protected, right down here, continue on. Protected by shields and helmets, they will surround you. All right, and this video is going out. I've seen before how, I guess it was an Edomite guy. He was recording. He asked a Issachar, right, a so-called Mexican, Issachar, right? Like, what are they doing? Like working at, like, because they were working like at the borderlines, and he said something like, in the best of my memory, they're not building these walls to keep people out. They're building these walls to keep Americans in. They are building these walls to keep whoever comes in to stay in. So you can be a slave in the wicked elites NWO, their B system, man, to partake in the MOTB system. Okay? Which really YAHAWASHI allowing that to happen, because a lot of people are going to be judged here, man. They're going to die here. Let's see. Protected by shields and helmets, they will surround you. I will hand you over to them, and they will judge you by their own laws, because I am angry with you 2/3. I will let them deal with you in their anger. They will cut off your nose. You see that? They will cut off your nose and your ears and kill your children. Remember, the Lord did say what? That I kill, I'll make alive, I will not heal. The Lord is going to put the spirit onto these individuals to, torture you Americans, to torture you rebellious Israelites who refuse to seek Him, who refuse to repent. Okay? They will cut off your nose. They will cut off your nose and your ears and kill your children. Yes, they will take your sons and daughters from you and burn them alive. So you Israelites that's real big on family, if you really care about your family, you will serve YAHAWASHI so he can, Abarasa, have mercy upon your fruits, your children, your loved ones. Okay? But because a lot of you Israelites are putting your family before YAHAWASHI, you're going to lose everything and everyone you love, man. And a lot of y'all are going to lose it in such fashion. Witnessing them being killed right before your face, being raped right before your eyes, being tortured, being ravished, being trod down the streets. Okay? They will tear off your clothes and take your jewels. And what else are they going to do? Right? Let's see. Let me get this Isaiah 13-16. All right, let me get the KJV first. All right, so the KJV. Oh shit, so like I'm always forgetting to share the fucking screen. Ah, damn, shit, Salakia. Let me go back, Salakia. All right, hopefully you can see it there. All right, let me go back. Hold on. All right, it says it right here, so y'all can see it for yourself. What these migrants are gonna be doing to y'all. If you start from just 25, all the way down to 26, right? It says, because I am angry with you, right? 2/3 of our nation, right? I will let them deal with you in their anger. They will cut off your nose and your ears and kill your children. Yes, they will take your sons and daughters from you and burn them alive. They will tear off your clothes and take your jewels. Okay? All right, this is the Holy Bible. Yes. The Holy Bible is now all about prosperity and peaches and cream. There's a lot of lamentations, woes, sorrows, dark times. Okay? Recorded acts from YAHAWASHI bringing judgment upon the Israelites that was wicked as hell, even the other nations. Okay? Let's see. Let's get to Isaiah real quick. Another example of what they're going to be doing to you rebellious Israelites, man. Let me get the KJV first. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 16 in KJV. Their children shall also be dashed to pieces before their eyes. A lot of you rebellious Israelites that have children, and even your other nations, are going to witness your fruit, your children who you claim to love so much, right? Being battered to death, pretty much being, hit with repeated blows, being tortured, being burned, being cut up, being drowned, just getting, battered to death before your eyes, man. Right? Their houses shall be spoiled. Right? Your houses, your place of dwelling is gonna get ransacked, or whatever is considered as a resource: food, water, supplies, medical stuff, clothing, jewelry. And especially in those times, when it's really a time of war, like when it's all hell breaking loose, there's a war out here. Women and children, especially women, they call spoils of war. A lot of you Israelites that got wives, you're gonna witness them being raped and taken from you, right? And their wives ravished. A lot of y'all gonna witness your so-called wife getting raped, violently gang raped by many men. And it might not be in such way of they using their rods to rape, but they're probably gonna be, doing it with objects, machetes and shit. They don't care, man. These migrants don't give a fuck, man, about women too. All right. We're gonna get into the GNT real quick. Ravish actually means rape. All right. This is a good news translation. While they look on helplessly, their babies will be battered to death. Their houses will be looted, and their wives will be raped. A lot of women about to get raped out here. Okay? A lot of Israelite women about to get raped out here, especially the black women. Since the majority of the Israelite men don't want to deal with y'all. Okay? And the kingdom women too. All right? Y'all gonna be left out here, headless without the hedge of protection. And these migrants are going to get their hands on you. Even your average Ray Ray and Pookie, 2/3, man, are going to try to, get their lick back, I guess you could say. Let's see. And then we did mention how like this could lead to civil war. You see more of sedition among men, because that's becoming like a new norm out here too. A lot of these migrants are causing problems, especially towards law enforcement officers, people in general. All right, not too long ago, there was a report how over 100. You know what? Let me get that so I can prove it so you can see it. Like over 100 migrants had like attacked some security officers and off-duty Chicago PD, like Chicago police officers, in broad daylight. Broad daylight. Let's see. History. I'm not going to play all the video. I think I have that video in the link too, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm just read what I saw like on the post, like on the video. I know I saw it somewhere. Bear with me, Barbasha. Let's see. Over 100 migrants and no one cares. I think this one right here, yeah. Add. Work.
Attacking security officers.
So the video itself is like 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes long, but I'm gonna
February 20th, 2020.
Okay, I'm just get straight to the point. I'm just gonna read what you see on here. From Wall Street, Apes, I think this says. More details on 100 illegal migrants attacking security officers at Home Depot. This happened February 20th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and still no mainstream media reporting. Even Google only shows X posts. I think X is Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. Right, and you see right here, the total illegals were over 100. All right, 100. They attacked both security officers and off-duty police officers. This took place in broad daylight, middle of the day, in a so-called civilized society. How much more when America literally becomes lawless, like a purge-like society? You think these cops, these police officers, those supposed to physically enforce these oppressive-ass laws of the so-called white man, are going to be out here working still when people are literally hunting down police officers? That's probably going to be the new thing. Speaking as a man, that's probably going to be a new thing soon, a new trend. These migrants are going to be looking for anyone that's wearing a badge and just do them dirty. Okay, this happened in Chicago. Yeah. Okay, all you got to do is just type in, over 100 migrants attack cops in Chicago and no one cares on YouTube, and it should take you, directly to this. Hopefully, this is actually one of the links I have in the description box, just in case. But let's get this second address, this sedition among men scriptures. Man, we probably end it with that. I want to get straight to the point with it. Second address, 15. I think like 14 through 16. No, just to make the point clear. Go straight to the point. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 14 through 16 in the Apocrypha. Woe to the world and them that dwell in. Right. So woe, destruction. Destruction is coming to the people that's of this world. Okay. All right. That's of this world. People that's actually from here, I guess you could say. Right. Because the elect's not from here. Their conversation, right, their citizenship is in heaven. Okay. So 2/3 and your other people that's here in America, hey, woe unto your ass pretty much, man. All right. Verse 15. right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, right? So the war that is meant to destroy a lot of people in this generation, in this realm, this world, especially here in America, that war is very nearby. That's going to kill a lot of you proud ass Americans, especially 2/3. World War III, right? Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, right? That the second war was past, and behold, the third war coming quickly. Just paraphrasing. What else? Civil war, right? Race wars, riot wars, right? Race wars. Think of sedition among men. We're gonna get that in verse 16. For the war, for the sword, and their destruction draweth nigh. It's very close by. Judgment day is very close by. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. So think of civil war. In civil war, you have what? One people rising up against another people with deadly weapons in their hands. Modern day sword, think of your varies of different types of firearms, whatever guns you can think of. And let's not forget about how, the famine, right? The scarcity is also, the scarcity of, let's say, resources is going to affect ammo too, right? At some point, when, you got all these people shooting at each other, eventually you're going to run out of ammo. When the EMP hits, the brother now they're saying is a lot later through the spirit, like, hey man, like, I just feel like, speaking as a man through the spirit, when this EMP hits, America is going to look like a modern day dark ages. People are going to start going back to men going to start going back to their primal like mindset. Women are going to be women finally. If you dare to be in a rebellious, clamorous woman in a lawless society, you are going to die, plain and simple. You can shut the fuck up and don't talk. Okay. What else? For there shall be sedition. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. Right? The Egyptians against the Egyptians. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 12, if I'm not mistaken. Verse 2. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And swords in their hands, guns, any kind of instrument of death. Which eventually, you're going to see people out here with like machetes, katanas, spears, homemade weapons. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, right? Sedition, right? You get similar terms. You're going to have insurrection among men, right? Great violent uprisings against, men, people here. You're going to have rioting going on. You have disobedience going on, resistance, okay? For there shall be sedition among men, right? And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings or princes, right? The people, especially the migrants that's here, and your average Americans, the time's going to come where the people are going to not regard, they're not going to take into consideration of who is who. Right? They should not regard their kings and princes. The people are not going to care who's supposed to be in office, who's supposed to be in power, who's the president, who's the vice president, who's your mayor, who's your governor, who's a police officer, who's a sheriff. People are not going to care no more. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People are going to take matters into their own hands, which is going to lead to what? Right? 17 and 18, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, right? Why is that? Let's think of martial law for an example. It's a very draconian law, a draconian system that has came upon the people here in America. For example, you can't travel unless your sea hipped up. For example, just start some examples. You can't travel unless you got the mark of the beast. You can't travel unless unless you're updated with any of the 𝐤𝐄𝐄, right? The poison shots, you know what I'm talking about. The shot for the DMX, the shot for the B-Sturb, the shot for the McFucknose, the Vicky shots. And whatever credential you may need to travel. But also because of what? Right, continue on, right? It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? So the city and shall not be able, right? The free access to just travel the way how the average person out here is able to travel, that's going to be done away with. Government shutdown is definitely going to tackle that. It's going to strip away your access to travel, man. Think about the first so-called lockdown. This next one's going to be a lot more draconian, okay? And because you're going to have this sedition among men, right? The people are going to take matters into their own hands. They're not going to care about the legitimate government. They're going to ignore them, right? That's going to cause the people to struggle for power, civil war, which is going to lead to the cities looking like a war zone. Okay, there's a struggle for power. When you read this actual, these scriptures in the Good News Translation, it goes into how they shall ignore their legitimate governments, and they shall take matters into their own hands. And because of the pride of the people, the cities are going to be in ruins. Something somewhere along that line. But yeah, you got that civil war going on, so it's going to leave the cities in trouble. The house is going to be destroyed. It's going to look like a war zone out here. And men shall be afraid. Your average American men out here, your so-called Ray-Rays, your Pookies, your Agars, your so-called thugs, your so-called tough dudes are going to fold that day. You're going to fold in Jacob's trouble. Okay? So how much more you women that claims to be that you don't need a man? You claim that you can do better than a man. Whatever a man could do, you can do better. You can do just as equal or better. You woman that's been eating up the philosophy of being a fucking feminist, being a boss bitch, being a thought. You're proud of being an OnlyFans. You're proud of being a fucking whore. You've been scoffing and mocking and misusing the prophets. The average Israelite man in general. You can do bad all by yourself, this and that. Yo, how much more y'all in those times? Okay. So that's what I got to bring up for today's topic. At least let y'all see one of the videos that I had in response to. It's a very short video. You got a lot of migrants that's being dropped off from San Diego, let's say coast to coast, California, right, all the way to like Rhode Island, some shit out there somewhere. And you got other migrants that's spreading all over America. And their brother NAWA and I, you may remember the brother as Kamash. We noticed how lately at the gym that I normally go to here in Pasadena, how you got some Northern Kingdom Jakes here, but I'll be looking at them like, because I'm working out and I always got that, I'm always in the spirit of being vigilant because I just don't trust niggas out here, man. I just don't, man. I especially PTSD, being overseas and shit. I'm constantly, I had to be aware of my surroundings, like who's around me. And we noticed how there was like a group of fighting age men, right? Northern Kingdom. I'm not sure exactly which tribe, but they definitely got the appearance and everything, the vibe and everything. But the way how they was dressing, kind of like what they call it, tacky. Like they don't care about matching, right? They got the high and tight though, clean as fuck in the face, clean shaved face, high and tight. That military, law enforcement type of haircut. Some regular joggers, some regular off-brand shoes, and a tight shirt, like a muscle type shirt that has something always related to America. Always. They got American flag here and there, something related to Babylon. And we just noticed, we be looking how like their posture, they also seem to be like analyzing, looking around. Not just they just look around though. It's like they look around to like scope and see how vulnerable Americans are. They just seeing how like, yo, there's so many good looking women here. They don't got a man. Oh man, if I have my opportunity before, I'm gonna get her ass. Plotting on you damn Americans. Just scoping y'all out, seeing how vulnerable and a bunch of those simple creatures y'all are, man. We see this almost every day. Like, yo, this place is so vulnerable, man. You Americans are so vulnerable, especially the women here, man. All right, but it's from this video right here. Plays very quick.
Fox News alert happening right now. San Diego County is now mass releasing migrants onto the streets. Sources tell Fox News the city shelter simply ran out of funding. Bill Malugin is live in San Diego right now with the latest. Bill.
Emily, we just had bus number 5 pull up and mass release more illegal immigrants here on the streets of San Diego. This is the new group that just got off. We have had well over 300 people mass released here in the last hour and a half. Rich, let's walk this way real quick. We'll show the 2 separate groups. It's a lot of women, some men in this group. A lot of these guys over here are from Africa and from Guyana in South America. What's happening is NGO buses then come pick them up and take them to the airport and other transit centers. And you can see over here, some of them are calling taxi cabs themselves and loading into taxi cabs and then driving off. We've seen this happen multiple times. We've been talking to people from all around the world out here: China, Dominican Republic, Africa, Colombia, Peru, you name it. We've probably heard it at this point. They're going to all different sanctuary cities around the country. We're hearing a lot of New York, a lot of Chicago, some New Jersey. Take a listen to what some of the migrants told us earlier.
Bill, I think we just lost audio on what they said to you earlier. Can you describe what some of those comments that they made to you earlier?
Yeah, so we talked to different guys: Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Senegal. Essentially, most of them were telling me they're here to work and they're going to different blue sanctuary cities. I asked one guy, "Are you here to work?" And he nodded his head and goes, "Yeah, no, I'm not." I said, "What, asylum?" He goes, "Yes, asylum." So think of that what you will. But just take a look. This is the buses picking these folks up. They cannot keep up. There's just bus after bus after bus from Border Patrol mass releasing these people to the streets of San Diego County. And again, they are planning to go all over the United States. An NGO bus will come scoop them up. And these volunteers out here tell them.
All right, so hey, you know, the YAHAWAH He Is for allowing us to see, right, the bigger picture here, okay? For allowing us to be able to see, like, yeah, yo, these migrants about to get down and dirty on you Americans. All nationalities that's here, various of ages, and etc., man. All right, so you Israelites who has not repented yet, men, women, right, children, you know, Israelites, repent before it's too late, man, because the Lord's about to not show mercy on 2/3, man. All right, on this side to say. All right, so the Lord willing, lesson was edifying. Hopefully, you learned something out of it. Repent, y'all, before it's too late. All right, let's close out by giving them much ado all phrases, honor and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash Holy, NAWA, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you sincere Akim that's laboring in the works. Shalom to you believers, to the Akim YAHAWAH, which will be you brothers and few amount of sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth. Baratazah, do edify. Shalom.